Chapter 56, The Cockpit. Azer climbed the stairs to locate the professor in Julius Fox's office. He followed the hallway until he reached a door and opened it. Inside, he felt like he had stepped into the cockpit of an airplane, with a massive array of vibrant buttons and screens. Instead of a traditional steering wheel like on the fishing boat, the captain, dressed in a pilot's uniform, sat behind a small joystick. As Azer entered, he turned and looked at him. The captain considered him as one of the distinguished guests who used to frequent the ship. Getting up and approaching the door, he respectfully asked, "How can I assist you, sir?" Out of mere curiosity, Azer asked, "Could you tell me the power of the engine?" The captain replied, "We have 4 advanced engines on board, working together to provide around 30,000 horsepower. Azer responded, "Really? That's almost as much power as the Titanic's engines, isn't it?" The captain replied, "I'm not familiar with the specifications of the Titanic's engines, unfortunately. But your comparison might be accurate." Azer casually unbuttoned his jacket and put his hand in his trouser pocket, almost as if he was about to take out his checkbook. He inquired, "What's the price tag on this speedboat?" The captain answered, "I'm sorry, but I'm not authorized to share that information. You'll need to ask Mr. Fox about it." Azer then asked, "Where can I find his office?" The captain pointed, saying, "Just follow the corridor in the opposite direction, sir." Offering a business card pulled from his chest pocket, he added, "Here's my card. I'd be honored to be your boat's pilot, sir." Azer glanced at the card, placing it in his pocket. Without speaking, he saluted militarily, followed by a friendly nod. He turned around and headed the other way. Julius Fox's office occupied the rear part of the deck and, through glass windows, provided a panoramic view of the lake, still ravaged by the storm. The professor sat on a chair at a glass table. On the opposite side, Julius Fox sat in a high-backed black leather office chair, turned slightly to the side as he spoke on the phone. When he noticed Azer, elegantly dressed in his tailored suit, he covered the phone with his hand and remarked, "Someone has been quite generous on my account." Without waiting for Azer's response, Julius Fox continued talking on the phone. Azer took a seat next to the professor. While they were on the fishing boat, they had to deal with a strong storm. However, sitting in the comfortable, upscale office, the storm outside the glass windows seemed less intense. Eventually, Julius Fox ended his phone call and apologized, "I'm sorry for making you wait. I had an important business deal to close." The phone call had interrupted an ongoing conversation between the professor and Julius Fox. Leaning forward in his chair, he rested his elbows on the table and looked at the professor intently. He said, "Professor, in many ways, you remind me of my father. Like you, he was well educated, but he struggled to apply his knowledge. East Germany collapsed due to people like him, not my type. Despite the fall of the Berlin Wall, I've maintained my job and achieved more success." He continued, "In one of your books, you categorized people as thinkers and doers. Thinkers like you create knowledge. On the other hand, doers include politicians who manage the country and generals in charge of the military. The saying, 'knowledge is power,' is outdated. There's a gap between knowledge and power, and that's where I come in." Relaxing back in his chair, he explained, "I'm that bridge. As a businessman, I connect thinkers and doers, turning knowledge into power." Azer exchanged a meaningful look with the professor. By showcasing his wealth and engaging the professor in a philosophical discussion, Julius Fox aimed to demonstrate his intelligence. However, this wasn't the sole reason for him inviting them to his office.